everyone, welcome to Sweet Tomato Vine Homestead. I'm Linda, and today I am in the garden and I'm about to start fertilizing my fruit trees and my citrus trees. You need to start fertilizing your fruit trees and citrus trees at the beginning of the growing season and do it for every 3 months during the growing season. I'm going to be using some Dr. Earth's fruit tree fertilizer. I'm also going to be adding some soil acidifier to my berry bushes. I am going to also be harvesting some of these broccoli plants. I told you that we were going to harvest on the next video, so this is that video. We're going to harvest some of this broccoli. We're going to fertilize some trees and some berries. So let's get started. First, I want to go ahead and start to harvesting some of these broccoli spears. That was a leaf. We have been making some great meals out of these spears. We have been using them in our salads. We've been sauteing them, and we've been using them in stir fries. And then we have also been having some to put in the freezer. So I am not going to remove these plants until I know that these plants are finished. Because, you know, I can understand if you don't have the room for it. But right now, I do have room for them. So I'm just going to let them continue. Now, there are some that has gone to seed out here. And I could go ahead and remove them because they are going, they're not going to seed. They have gone to seed. But the only reason that I have not harvested those entire plants and took them and put them either in the chicken coop or in the compost is because there are bees that are enjoying these flowers so much from these broccoli plants that have gone to seed, and that is why I have not removed these plants. So I want these bees to remember these plants and come back and pollinate all of my squash and my cucumbers and all of my other flowering plants like my eggplants. It is just a joy to come out and just watch the bees going from flower to flower on these. So it is as much for me as it is for these pollinators. I am really enjoying watching them. Okay, so let's go back to harvesting our broccoli. And there is one out here on this one, but he's gonna have to move because I need these. And these are beginning to open up, but they are still perfect, y'all. This is what you get in the restaurant. So don't throw these away. People pay good money for this in restaurants, and we getting it in our garden for basically free. Almost stepped on a big head of cabbage over here. Okay, y'all, this is our broccoli harvest for today. And the first tree I'm gonna start with is this Improved Meyer Lemon, and this is what it is looking like now. It has been outside and it has been getting kind of beat up by the wind, but it is looking okay. A lot of the leaves are missing, but I can see some growth on the branches. I can see some new growth coming right here. So we are in the growing season. So what I want to do to this plant is I want to go down to the soil, and I am going to scratch the surface of the soil. And this is to allow that fertilizer to get in to these roots. And then I'm going to take some of my fertilizer. I got my little scoop. And I'm going to sprinkle some around the root ball. And I'm going to scratch it in some more. Make sure that you cover any roots that may be coming up. I see some roots are coming up, so I'll make sure that they're covered. And I will be adding some mulch to this plant to protect those roots during the summer months. But after that, you need to water it in. And that is what I'm going to be doing to all of my fruit trees and my citrus trees. And if there are any weeds growing around your tree, this is a good time to remove those weeds so that your tree won't have to compete with those weeds this growing season. This is also a good time to make sure that your plants don't have anything that's keeping them from growing. That make sure that the ties that you have on them to support them is not too tight. That it's just supporting them and not strangling your plants. And this is one of my blood orange citrus right here. I have not gotten any fruit from this tree yet. The tree does have some new growth on it, so we're hoping that this year will be the year. I've already told you how excited I am about my peach trees that are blooming right now, and they have buds on them. And so I'm hoping that we don't get another frost to come in and knock my buds off and keep my tree from bearing fruit this season. So we're just going to be very optimistic about getting some fruit and having these buds hang on. Okay, everyone, it is the next day, and I am back out here to finish taking care of my fruit trees and my citrus trees. And this next tree that I'm going to show you is my gala apple. This is what my gala apple tree is looking like, and it has gotten some buds on it. And I showed you my Granny Smith apple, and it has begun to bloom. And so that is leading me to believe that this next tree that I'm showing you is gone. Okay, y'all, this is my Fuji apple tree, and I'm gonna go down to the bottom of the tree. Now, okay, that one broke off really easy. Yeah, I think that this one can go. I left this tree over in the East Garden. I really had forgotten about the tree. And the tree now does not have any green growth, anything on it, but I was giving it a chance. I was gonna let it stay in the container a little while longer, but right now I just decided, I had pruned it and then I broke a piece, but I'm going to go ahead and discard this tree, and I'm going to go ahead and get this pot, and I can be using this pot for some other things. So yeah, we got to say goodbye to this Fuji apple tree. Okay, so I've taken it out, removed it, and discarded it, and now I will be using this pot for another plant. And this is my peach tree, and it is looking really good. So that makes me feel good after I had to discard a tree to see one that's looking wonderful. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add my fertilizer. And y'all, we got a big rain last night, so the fertilizer that I put in got washed in really good overnight. Hopefully it did not get washed away, but I'm sure it'll be okay, because these are slow releases. This soil is very moist, but I will be still watering it in when I get all of them finished. Right here, this is my berry bush, and there are some weeds underneath the plant. I'm going to remove those weeds, because I don't want my plant to have to compete with these weeds. If you can, get those weeds at the root so they won't pop back up in the next week. Okay, so I'm going to be adding some soil acidifier. And this is a Espamo organic soil acidifier. And your berries and your hydrangeas love this. I'm just going to sprinkle some around the root ball. This is good for your strawberries also. And I still have my Dollar Tree stackable sitting over here waiting for my strawberries to get here. So my strawberries should be here in a few days. And then we'll be planting the strawberries up in my Dollar Tree stackable. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of work this into the soil. On both of my plants. Noticing that I have some 5-gallon buckets that are sitting up with soil in them that are ready for some other things to be planted in them. So I'm going to be getting some things ready to go into some of these 5-gallon buckets also. So these are the 2 blueberry plants that I just did. And I do have another blueberry plant in the garden. And I need to bring over here because you have to have different varieties of blueberries so that they can pollinate each other. So I will be bringing the other one over to this area. And this is my peach tree. And y'all, I lost the labels off of these peach trees, so I don't know the different varieties of peach trees, but it is a peach tree. And it has a lot of buds on it, and I'm looking forward to getting some fruit off of it this year. Move this weed. Y'all, this is a nectarine tree. Doesn't it look gorgeous right now? So while I'm out here and I have this soil acidifier in my hand, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put the soil acidifier into my Dollar Tree stackable so that when I bring my strawberries out, it will already have this in it, and then I can just add some of the other fertilizers that I want to put in there. And there's not much left in here. I'm just gonna sprinkle a little into each area. Y'all remind me that I have put the soil acidifier in already when I come out to plant my strawberries. Well, I don't know. I don't look like I'm going to have enough to go around. So what I have to do is I still need to get some more soil acidifier and bring it out and put into my containers, because I would like to go ahead and add some, since this was some new soil that I added. Some soils already are acidic, but I just want to make sure, because these strawberries and blueberries, they love acid soil, acidic soil, and I want to make sure that they have what they need so we can get some nice blueberries and strawberries. And y'all, we will be putting some netting over these stackables and over my blueberry bushes this season so that the birds will not eat more blueberries and strawberries than we do. So I hope that y'all have enjoyed the video today, and that you'll give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you have not already subscribed. And go ahead and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.